These are some Dinar Guru updates, starting off with Caparoni. More good news. Everyone was wondering what's going to happen now that they passed the budget. Well, it seems the next process for Iraq is for Parliament to pass new securities law. Over the years, we've talked many times about Iraq needing a new securities law in order for them to open their private sector internationally, trade, and support the private sector. New securities law should open the door for Iraq to float their currency. All right, Frank 26, Iraq Boots on the Ground report Firefly. JP Morgan is working with Iraqi Trade Bank. Frank says JP Morgan is in Iraq and they're meeting with every bank that is in Iraq. And then the governor of the Central Bank of Iraq says to all the banks, you have to open more branches. I'm impressed. The number one bank in the United States of America talking to every bank in Iraq. At this point, it's logical they should. JP Morgan wants to take the Iraqi dinar on its back. Where are we going? The international world. We're going to start on Forex. Wow. Can you say bye-bye to the sanction rate? Firefly says we understand that and it's all been on television all day. Pimpy has an article, quote, the government expects broad stability in the dollar exchange rates in the coming days, unquote. Pimpy says people out there saying, oh, this means they're going to change the exchange rate. Pimpy says they might or they might not, but people should not get excited and expect the exchange rate to change. I'm not saying it's not. What I'm saying to you is this: hang tight and slow down. Be grounded. Wait until we hear 100% for sure that the exchange rate is going to change. All right, Mountain Goat says, I feel we have been in a critical period of the currency reform program since January of this year. Now we're in a vital period since the 3-year budget has been passed on Sunday, June 11th. Anything could now happen and is going to happen. In fact, this week could be pivotal. All right, Walking Sticks via Frank 26. Everything we are seeing in the budget being shown to the citizens of Iraq is an impossibility without a new exchange rate to match the reforms. 1300 was simply to carry it over into a new budget. All right, Claire article, quote, Chairman of the Securities Commission, Faisal Al-Haimis, Forex and trading in oil, commodities, and international companies are prohibited in Iraq, unquote. And another quote, the chairman of Securities Commission, Al-Haimis, revealed that the next 2 months will witness the arrival of the securities law to the House of Representatives. The law will give the authority the legal support and tools to carry out its work properly, and its approval will lead to a qualitative leap in the work of Iraq Stock Exchange, unquote. All right, Mark Zia via PDK article out, and the president of Iraq is back in Iraq from a European tour. In a nutshell, the president who has been out of country but needed to sign off on the Iraqi 3-year budget. He is now back in country. He is expected to sign the budget, so it is fully implemented tomorrow. All right, Frank 26, Firefly TV keeps talking about the next 2 months. The security laws will allow all kinds of trade and Forex transactions. Frank says Forex transactions is the reason why Chase Manhattan is now involved with the Iraqi dinar. It is part of the international float. Every day you get closer and closer to the announcement of your new exchange rate for your new national currency. All right, militiaman investors do not want to come into Iraq at an official rate of 1310 to not have the freedom of capital movement. They, GOI and CBI, have been able to create that environment, so when they have the process to change the exchange rate, it's ready to go in a moment's notice. They don't say what day / what moment, but they do tell us they have a specified time frame, and that time is of the essences. All right, and RayRen98 says, banks all of a sudden went quiet on us this evening. They've been told to hush up, get ready, get ready. And lastly, Mark Z via PDK, quote, government movement to fulfill requirements of Iraq's ascension to the World Trade Organization, unquote. Mark Z says this is enormous. There is something very important they need to have to be full member of the WTO. They need an international, fully accepted currency. It is here in print. This means reinstatement or revaluation, not a float. Iraq is moving quickly.